Okay, this is a video to help you understand how to give online towards Val Verde Baptist Church for those of y'all that may not be able to attend services with the current situation that we have going on. If you go to the church website, which is valverdebaptist.org, valverdebaptist.org, and then it'll take you to this home page here. At the very bottom of the home page, you'll see that we now have new instructions for how to give if you cannot attend services. There's three options listed here. One would be to mail a check to our P.O. box here. The other would be to use a credit debit card or electronic check following this link right here. Or you can also text the dollar amount you'd like to give to this phone number, and then it'll provide you with prompts asking whether you want it just to go to the general fund, which would be your tithe, or whether you want it to go to something specific like missions or bus. What I'm going to show you how to do on this video is how to use this link to give with a credit, debit card, or electronic check. So if we click this link here from this homepage, it'll take us to this website here. And so this is where you'll enter the different amounts that you'd like to give in and what payment you'll be using. Let's say that we want to give $75 for our tithe. So I would type $75 in the amount box. I would select the payment type I want to use. We'll go with this credit debit card first, and then I'll show you how to do the bank transfer afterwards. So I'll do the credit debit card. And then it defaults to going to the general fund. If you're giving your tithe, that's where you'd want to leave it at. That is where tithe goes to. But if you're wanting to also designate some other donations towards other areas of the church, like the food bank or the academy or bus or youth, you would select those here. And then let's say that you want to perhaps give a tithe in addition to giving something to another ministry. Well, then after you get done typing whatever you want to give to the general fund, you can click this Add Gift to Another Fund, and it'll put another line on here where you can then type in, say you want to give $25 to missions. And so you would just select missions here. Notice it's still using the same payment method. And so instead of charging your debit card or your credit card $75 and $25, it'll just charge it one charge of $100 and then give instructions to the financial office on how to separate that out based on what you enter up here. Once you've entered where you want the funds to go to and the total looks correct to you, you go ahead and type your card number down here, the month and year of the expiration of the card, the CVC code, which is the 3-digit security code on the back of it, the name on the card, your email address, your street address, city, state, and zip. And then you'd list what type of a gift this is. Whether it's a one-time gift, you can leave it as that if you're just wanting to give this once. But if you're wanting to give this on a recurring basis, maybe like weekly or every 2 weeks or monthly or annually, you can select those options here. And then if you want to leave any comments, you can put that here. Really the most important thing to make sure to leave comments on is if you do decide that you're giving some money to this other fund over here, make sure to put in the comments, please, where you would like those other funds to go to or what you were giving them for. Maybe there was a visiting missionary that came through on a certain service. Just mention maybe the missionary or guest speaker's name and that you'd like the money to go towards them. Or you could maybe put the date of the service, and then we could look that up and figure out who was here that time. And so then once you're ready, once you've got all your information entered in, you would then click Donate Now down here at the bottom, and it would bring you to a page that would confirm whether or not the payment went through. If you're wanting to give via a bank transfer or an electronic check, instead of with a credit or debit card, you would select from up here the ACH bank transfer. Notice it won't change whatever you wrote up here, but it does change the options down here. The first thing you'll enter is your bank routing number. Notice once I click on this blank, it shows an example check and shows you that the routing number is found down here at the bottom left. You can also find the routing number for your bank or your credit union. If you go to their website, it's normally listed at the bottom of their web page. The bank account number would be over here sort of in the middle of the bottom of the check. You could find your account number by logging into your account on an app and looking that up, or by just looking at your checks. You do have to type your bank account number one more time over here just to confirm that you've entered the correct account number. Then once you've entered that, you'll click down here in the name. The example check disappears. You would type your name, your email address, your street address, city, state, zip. Again, if you want it just to be a one-time gift, just leave this alone. Otherwise, you could click here whether you want it to be weekly, every 2 weeks, monthly, or yearly. And then again, put comments if you want to designate something to going to the other fund, or if you have any specific instructions about anything else you're giving. And then once you're done, again, click Donate Now. It'll take you to a page where that will either give you confirmation that it has gone through, or it will let you know that it has not. I will say, just as a general notice, the credit or debit cards, those typically take about 2 to 3 business days to go through, so give it some time. The ACH bank transfers can take up to 5 to 7 business days, so those can take a longer time to go through. Just watch your bank account and keep in mind that it may not take out of your account immediately. It may take several business days for that to show up on your account. If you'll have any questions, please feel free to call the church. If you call the church and dial extension 203 as soon as the line picks up, that'll go to my extension, and you can leave me a voicemail if you have any questions or would like any help regarding giving online. We do thank you for your continued support for the ministries of Val Verde Baptist Church during this time, and look forward to all being able to gather together in one place physically, not just spiritually, once this whole situation is taken care of. Thank you, and you'll have a blessed day.